What's up folks, welcome to Wasted Space, and today we're back in Dreadnought. You know that one with the massive ships, free to play, you smash them against each other, huge explosions, looks really cool? Yeah, that one. Well, it's been a little while since we last looked at Dreadnought, but Greybox kindly sponsored me to come back to the game again, because they've made some really cool looking changes with how modules work and how ship unlocking works. Now if you're completely new to this, you have no idea what I'm talking about, I did do a couple of introduction videos kind of explaining the basics of how everything works, what the game's all about. What I'd really recommend though is before you watch those, stay and watch the rest of this, because there's some cool gameplay at the end of this that might just sell you on whether or not it's worth picking up. And speaking of selling, this is a free to play title, so in reality all you need to do if you want to try this out, follow that link down in the video description, sign up for an account and away you go. Although it's also available on PS4, so there's two links down there, make sure you pick the right one, but it does mean, hey, if you're a console gamer or you just fancy playing on your console, that's an option too. So let's kick this video off with a quick look at what those changes actually are, because they've reworked how ship unlocking works and how modules work, and also given the ability to have two loadouts. So the way the unlock system used to work in Dreadnought is you would earn experience for each one of your ships, so as you went into a battle, depending on how well you did, you'd get a certain amount of unit XP that could only be spent on that one unit. And then you'd go through a tech tree unlocking modules one by one until you got to the ship you wanted, and you'd have to go the whole way through the tree and then unlock that ship with experience and then buy it as well with credits. So the way this has really changed up is to do with that tree. So each unit still has its own individual experience, you can see it up in the right hand corner here, but if we go into the tech trees you'll see that this is completely different now. So the Gravis here, my tier 3 Oberon, is a pretty good example because I've unlocked almost nothing on this. A couple of bits and bobs, but you can see that instead of having a tree now, you just get to pick. And in order to unlock your next vessel, all you need to do is fill in all these little blips at the top here. So unlock any 10 modules of your choosing, and you're not forced to go down a tree anymore, you can literally pick whatever it is you want, will get you enough to just be able to unlock this next ship. And not only is that next ship cheaper than it used to be as far as experience is concerned, but when I do unlock that ship, I will not have to buy it with credits. So credits are no longer a limiting factor when it comes to buying new ships. So this means that your loadout options are way broader and much easier to get as soon as you pick up a new vessel. Like this one, I could immediately decide, you know what, I'm going to go straight for the nuke. I'm going to skip anything in the middle, I'm just going to go straight for that nuke because that's what I want. That used to be right at the top of the tree and I'd have to go through all sorts of other stuff first, all the way through all of these bits before I get to that nuke. Now I can just go straight for what I want. On top of that, and on top of this making things a lot easier for you to kind of unlock the things that look interesting and fit what you want to do with your playstyle, and in these games we're going to see later, like I just redone my Dreadnought to have if we go back and actually go and find the Dreadnought I was talking about, this is my Jupiter Arms I was working on, I'd just redone this Trafalgar to have a slightly different setup using the Goliath torpedoes, the torpedo salvo and the weapon booster pulse, and it completely changes how it plays, especially if you don't have the jump drive. So you can see here, do I have the experience? I do, so I've got the experience to actually unlock this ballista straight away, and if we unlock this now, you'll see that I get it straight away, I get an extra free XP from this ship, now I've fully unlocked it, and I get this ship immediately, so I can just claim it. There's no more, I've got to spend money on it, there we go, I've now got a ballista. So going back to the Hangar, the biggest change aside from that, and there were a bunch of bug fixes and general tweaks and so on, they even added some new modules in this time. If we go into my tech tree for my Ion, give you an idea of how much option you get once stuff opens up later on in the game. This isn't even a max tier yet, but look at all of these different choices you can have. I couldn't point at one and say, hey, this is new this patch, but they definitely did add a bunch in, and you just get so much option to customize how you want to make things fit to your playstyle. Which is great because that leads me directly onto the other big change. So if we go over to my series, my tier 3, and this is because it's the one that's got a fair bit of it as unlocked, the Ion I've got loads more. You'll notice that this is set up with my standard healing setup, we've got my repair pods, energy generator because I like using that energy, but the weapon boost as much as possible, really pump the healing. And it's set up, it looks a bit, I'm not actually that happy with how this one looks, it looks a bit fat, so let's go into the appearance here and what's that, the hull, right? Let's get rid of that. So we can sort of set up this healing setup, and that's how you used to have it. You just had one ship, that's how it is, and if I wanted to change this around at any point, I'd actually have to go in here and manually go through and go, all right, we'll click over, change this bit by bit. Now, we've got two loadouts instead. So we click over to this other version, exactly the same ship, but with a completely different loadout. This one's set up for damage, albeit that probably a stupid idea, but it's set up for damage anyway. And I've even been able to customize its appearance differently, so we could go in here and give this one the bulky, that lumpy base I just got rid of, and keep on this other one the sort of slimline healing base, whatever you want to call it. It's a super handy, super convenient way of switching around instead of having to go in, like I mentioned, and manually change each one of these each time you wanted to do something a bit different. So as you can see here, there was also a ton of other changes. I'll link the patch information down below as well if you want to go and have a look, see what new modules they've added, what balance fixes they've done and so on. But that's enough talking about these changes, let's get on to some gameplay. I was playing with Farrell, KDs and Bardcore all from the Discord, and we kept running into people from Discord in-game as well, which was really awesome. But this game in particular was a lot of fun, and we came so close to pulling victory back from the jaws of defeat, but not quite.
So we got a Bardcore, who's also healing. So we've got 2 healers, we got a Dread, and we got me. I think that works. I got the Deeps, I got Goliath ready.
Should we jump the command ship?
Sure. We got incoming Corvette a bit, but let's head that direction. I wish pressing the same button again cancelled the ability.
Does on some of them.
These assault ships have learned their attack, their dodging moves from Star Trek. I can see. They're listing slightly to the left when I shoot at them.
Was that not Star Wars?
No, it's kind of both. To be fair, there's a command ship here. Let's make it regret being a command ship. Goodbye, command ship.
Command ship down.
I'm gonna heal you up first, and then I'll go back to Katie.
Surprised I lived through that. That was quite painful. 2 healers, 4 healing.
Well, it's us 2 and 2 healers, so hopefully we're in a position where we can actually give these guys some like direct pain. As long as we pick our targets correctly. Right, destroy in the middle. Go for it. Abreed.
Abreed? Abreed?
Yeah, push on him as well.
Moving in. Missiles fired.
Running weapon booster. Running Goliath and missiles. Yo, fucks, mate.
Healed up, taking damage.
Nah, he's down. Focus on the healer behind him, Yari.
Elliot.
Yep.
The stealth sniper in there.
Gone with the nuke.
Oh.
Gone with the nuke. There's a sniper at the back. T2 core. You see him?
Yep.
Yeah.
On that guy.
I've somehow warped completely to the other end of the arena. Like, further than any warp has ever warped anybody.
Congratulations.
Basic, don't get too far ahead of yourself.
I'm torpedoing. That's why I've gone in close. It's because I can finish him off. I'm not planning on going any further. Don't worry.
Alright, just... I'm getting hit from behind, I'm getting hit from behind, I'm gone!
Oh, Corvettes.
Lost a healer.
I'm just Voyagering back.
Coming up.
Understood. Swapping to primary weapons, Captain. Torpedo away.
We've been hit hard. Damage control teams dispatched.
Alright, below you, kitties.
Lock on our position.
Firing up. System drain.
Let's regroup.
Yep.
Who have I got? Where are you guys?
Thanks.
Bard's up there. Katie's up. All right, coming to you guys.
The enemy eliminated our command ship.
They are our command ship now. They're winning on main points rather than command ship points, which is annoying. They're killing our ships well rather than... But maybe that's partly our fault because we split up at the start.
Locked onto target.
Corvette incoming. He's stealthed.
Good thing you showed up.
Ah! I didn't even see who he's...
Sorry, I'm trying to find the Corvette. There is a stealth Corvette around here somewhere.
Enemy command ship has warped into battle.
Go for the command ship while we got the option.
Yep.
Power to maneuver
Well, that went down quick.
Open booster pulse.
I'll try and make it to you.
That's
Katie.
mostly what I'm trying to focus on, is just sitting in the middle of you guys and weapon booster pulsing when I can. We got another Corvette nearby that's being a pain in the arse.
See if this connects to you, wasted.
Oh, I'm not going to make it. Damn.
Ginny Busu is almost dead. He's dead.
Update. We're in trouble.
Those Corvettes are wrecking us.
Shield activated. You heard the captain. Full deck. X reboot complete, Captain.
Torpedoes locked and ready, Captain. Enemy missiles.
System drained.
Torpedo launched.
Nothing we can do.
Oh, I got him with a
Okay,
fair
they-
bit. He
They
came
come
in
back
range of the
escape.
flax for once, and I got him for 1500, but it wasn't enough before I died.
No.
It's close. It's close. We just need to regroup back up and maybe change our loadout up a bit. We have no Corvettes. Can't imagine that really helps.
Alright, I got your back, Caddies.
Friendly command ship
Right.
detected.
Just don't let me die.
Come on.
Corvettes are in up and close.
Okay.
We need to catch up with those other two.
Thank you.
Oh, nice. One of the Corvettes got killed. Yeah, but we need to catch up with the rest of the squad. There's a bunch up by the command ship. Protecting that's not a bad plan.
Thanks, Captain. Captain, we've got a lock.
Aye, Captain. Activating.
Goliath standing by. That did it. Hostile destroyed.
Hap
I'm
shouldn't
gonna
have
hit,
shot
I'm
the
gonna hit,
Goliath
I'm
at that
gonna hit.
point.
Hostile command ship detected.
Right. Eyes behind.
Torpedoes locked on.
You got a Corvette on like no HP.
Our command ship's engaging theirs.
Activating.
Weapon boosting. Get on the command ship.
That's it. She's done. Aye, Captain. Engaging.
We took out their command ship.
Right, check around for
Katie, you might want to
Corvettes.
pull back. Oh, you're
Corvettes.
This thing brakes like a truck. It just does not stop once it's moving.
Activating primary weapons, Captain.
command ship.
Finally caught one with the flat cannons and took him to the pieces in like 0.5 of a second.
We've got a lock.
Aye, Captain. Engage.
Enemy destroyer, destroyed, Captain.
Yeah, keep it rolling.
System drained. Cycling.
Oh, direct it with a nuke. Have that.
Clearing torpedo tubes. Goliath locked on. Let them have.
We've been hit hard.
Goliath launched.
Shield activate. We can't reboot again. We just did it.
Targeting a bread.
Thanks for keeping us airborne.
Activating module reboot. Multiple impacts. Damage control.
Modules is updated, but I think I can keep you together, wasted.
I got it.
We have weapon lock. Torpedo launched.
You heard the captain.
Moving on the Healy Yalia.
System depleted, Captain.
I'm gonna focus on you for a bit, Katie's.
Nice. Pull it back. We got Corvette behind. Or underneath, or like in the middle of us. It's just like these little shitheads.
We've got launching torpedoes. Our Goliath has a lock. Nuke activating primary
Oh fuck.
weapons.
I launched a nuke by mistake. Oh well. Nuke going that way now.
Oh, so there's something below us.
Activating.
Yeah, there is. There's a healer below us. Hello.
Yes.
Hey, you got assist.
Cruiser destroyed. Solid lock.
Ah!
Down. Eye captured. Activating.
Yeah, they got some stuff from below.
One more kill and we've got it. But just pick off a couple of little ships and we should be done.
There's a blooming tac cruiser here, so don't worry about get him. No, it's not a
We
tac
got an
cruiser, it's a
alternate
destroyer.
artillery ship up in here, so. Now let's put another tactical ship on the other side of the main pillar in the middle.
There we go.
Ugh.
Oh, how do we lose?
Someone died.
Yeah, close shave warped in, was doing some damage to the command ship at the very end there.
Wasted 2019. You're a year ahead of us.
I like how we
Lol.
shrugged.
Well, if I'm gonna do like, if I decide for this video to do just a sponsored game, just like a game highlight, that's probably the one. My entire scoreboard was best of match.
I like how when you came in there, like to show the people, it was just like you gave the shrug as in like, well, I tried, everybody else.
Well, cheers for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget you can check out the game with the links down in the video description. If you enjoyed it, hit me up with a like, please. If you didn't, dislike button right next door. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys for the next one.